Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my first ever episode from the Sanctuary SMP server. The Sanctuary is a whitelisted vanilla survival server. It's moderated by a fantastic group of people. They keep everyone in check, they make sure nobody's griefing, and they do a fantastic job of it, but really they are just additional members of the community. And community is one of the things which is taken very seriously and is welcomed on the server. There's a big community driven vibe to it. There's a lot of players, it's very active. It's really just a fun place to be. So I would highly recommend you guys checking it out. If you aren't already a member, I will leave a link to the application in the description, and yeah, you can go and check that out for any more information. At the moment I am running around kind of aimlessly around our spawn area from the first season. This place, all these fantastic builds are gone. The server has closed, the season has ended. It ended on the 26th, I believe it was. But thankfully, in just over 4 hours time, Season 2 will be going live. Now Season 2, they are updating to 1.11, so we'll have shulker boxes, we'll have the illagers, woodland mansions, all that fantastic stuff. So we've got all that to look forward to. I'm excited, I'll be honest. I don't get excited about many things. I tend not to sound excited when I am. But I can't wait. It's going to be fun. There's going to be a lot of people on the first day. I'm going to try and hold off finding out any information about it until I actually sign into the server for the first time, which I will be recording, and there will be a clip after this. But what am I expecting from Season 2? As far as the server itself goes, I know that they enlisted a few builders to build up some areas, kind of to get the basics down. I was a little dubious about the idea at first. I like the idea of the spawn area, everything being built up by the community as a community, and not having everything there when we first get to the server. But I have been assured that what the builders are working on is minimal, just a small spawn area, maybe some community farms. So there will still be plenty left for everyone to do and to contribute. So I'm pretty happy about that. Just to give a shout out to the builders that have been working on this. I apologise if I butcher any of your names, but there weren't too many. There's Miscrafts a lot, Aquataz, Sigardia, Executor, and a couple of the helpers from Season 1, Marcelo and Wedge. From what I've seen, they're all great builders, so I expect nothing less than brilliance from them. I'll be very disappointed if you guys deliver any less. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But for now, I'm going to jump over to a clip from my first moments signing into the server and my reactions to how it looks, and then I guess we'll go from there. Okay, it looks like the server is up and running. I'm about to sign in for the first time. A few people have been saying they aren't whitelisted yet, so hopefully we are. I will find out in a second. Here we go. And I'm in a tree. It looks like. Oh wow. Certainly got some farms going on. It seems we've got a bit of parkour to start the season. Okay. Not sure what's going on. I will take a proper look around when I get down to the ground. And here we go. Oh wow. This place does look nice, I've got to say. And it's definitely simple, which I like, but also very effective. We've got Aqua there, one of the builders. Lando, who actually is the co-owner. I realised that when I mentioned the builders earlier, I did not mention the owner and the co-owner. Okay, we've all been killed for some reason. I've got no idea what happened there. But oh, I like this. This path's really nice. I do like the paths where they don't have the same block all the way along. There's a bit of variation. It seems to have got a little less variation here, but it's... What have we got here? We've got... Wow. I'm going to have to turn the sounds down a little bit here. All I can hear is the people's feet running around. Alright, let's take that down a little bit. Okay, what have we got here? We have the rules. Have fun. Always important. No stealing. Never do. And never will. No trespassing. No griefing. If you didn't make it, don't touch it. That could probably be expanded on for shops and farms and things, but no X-ray. Have fun again. Definitely worth putting in there twice. And do not enter end portals. I believe that is because we are going to be fighting the Ender Dragon as a group at some point. So hopefully I will be there for that and we'll be able to record it for you guys. Not sure what this lot is. Only take one set of items per visit. Alright, I'm going to leave that for a time being. Have a look down here. Oh wow, this does look really nice. This path's fantastic. Wait, what's going on down here? Is this end portal? I'm guessing. I like that with the netherrack and the nether bricks spilling out there. That is really nice. And I can see that going at some point. Somebody is going to take that. Oh wow, this... I've got to say, I wasn't sure what to expect. I did know we were starting in an extreme hills biome. But I really didn't know what to expect. I'm not sure. I believe we're supposed to have kind of like districts and the like for this. A little bit like the Hermitcraft server. I'm not sure where those are. It might be explained somewhere else, but it might be easier to have a look at these things once the server's a little bit quieter. Ah, here we go. Residential District Blue, Residential District Green. Dock. We've got a dock as well. Where is this dock? Oh god, I've just realised I'm going to have to stop running, otherwise I'm gonna have no food. I did not think of that at all. I'm just enjoying the view at the moment. Got a dog over there. The one thing I would have liked would be for the paths to be a little easier to walk up without having to jump. Okay, I can't see where this dock is, so I'm going to head back because I need to find some food from somewhere. We've got llamas! We've got llamas at spawn! Okay, so this is the following morning. I spent a couple of hours on the server last night, just having a look around, found a few surface caves, got fairly lucky with iron. I've managed to find myself a full set of iron armour. I've got a shield on the go, which has saved my life more than once so far. The skeletons are not kidding around. I've got myself set up now in a little cave, my Cave of Wonders, as I'm calling it. It's only a very temporary home, but I did manage to find my first spawner on the server, a zombie spawner. Initially this is just going to get used as a simple XP grinder, but eventually I would like to do something a bit more interesting with it. I'm not sure what my plans are going to be yet, but I will keep you posted when I come up with something. I've got a very small kind of wheat farm going just for a bit of food. I haven't done a lot of mining aside from the surface caves, so I don't have much in the way of resources. The horse armor came from the chests in the spawner room. I did go briefly to the nether, but didn't really spend much time looking around there, and I have spent a little bit of time fishing today. The only real thing worth mentioning was the this book here, which is quite nice. But yeah, I'm going to do a bit of mining now. I need to gather some resources, as there's a few things I would like to get set up by the end of today if I can. While I do that, it's not the most interesting thing to watch, so while I do that, I'll go over what I'd like to do this season, or what I'd like to do differently to last season, what my immediate goals are, and what the long-term goals are. Basically what my plans are for the season. So I'm going to head down now to Y11. I've already made a little path down here, and thankfully there was a little cave system at the bottom, so hopefully we'll be able to find some diamonds. I've already got some redstone here, and I think there's a bit of lapis around the corner, so that's a nice start. So let's light the place up a little bit first. So yeah, basically my see what I mean about the skeletons? Ooh, this is going to end badly. Yep. Yep, that ended badly. Okay, that's very bad. You're going to see why later. Okay, so let's try this again. I actually died one more time there, as I tried to take on a creeper and forgot to put my armor on again after I'd picked it back up. So yeah, that's 2 deaths now on the server. I was hoping to remain at 0. This obviously did not happen, but we're going to carry on. I'm going to keep trying this. If I continue to die, I'm probably going to change my tactics a little bit and actually record this little monologue afterwards, and yeah, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, basically last season, one of the things that I did, which I would really like to do differently this time around, was that I built all of my builds all over the map, all over the place. They weren't together. They had to travel sometimes kind of about 10,000 blocks to get to the builds, and I didn't particularly like that. So what I'm going to try and do this time, I'm going to try and keep things a lot closer together. So I'm going to basically keep all my farms together, and essentially just everything kept together. So I can say AFK at say the zombie farm, and still be collecting just bear with me a second, and still be collecting, say, crops from crop farms. And if I build iron farms again, I can be collecting iron at the same time and fishing at the same time, and basically I don't have to AFK in several different spots, because I seem to spend most of my time on the server, or a large percentage of it, just AFKing. So that's the first thing I want to do differently from last season. I would also, there's a lot of things that I wanted to build last season but didn't get round to. And some things I would like to build that I have never built before. I've never built a witch farm before. I've never really looked into the mechanics of it or anything, so I wouldn't really know what I was doing. But that's something I would like to look into this season. And also a guardian farm. I did take over one temple last season, but I never got around to actually making the farm. So that's something I'd like to do. There are plenty of other things that I didn't do last season that I would like to do. Larger builds for a start. Most of my builds were quite small. When I first joined the server, it was the first time I'd been on a server. I wasn't sure if I was going to be staying, so I didn't build anything particularly big. I would like to change that this season and have a few more bigger builds. But for the immediate future, what my main plans are going to be, first thing is to get an AFK fishing farm set up. That's going to be very important for some of the shops I would like to make, for basically just getting enchanted books and weapons to stop me having issues like I had just now, where I died twice in quick succession. So yeah, that's pretty important to get set up straight away. Obviously a proper starter base, not just being sat in a cave, which is not something I particularly want to do. So I need to look into the oh dear, that was almost very bad. I need to look into the residential districts, see which one I would like to stay in. I think each of them have different things close by to them, so I'll need to have a look around those, which I'll probably do this episode as well. Make a little starter home, get a little storage area set up, and then get a bit more mining done. Another thing I would like to do fairly early on, if I can, is get myself a beacon. It's going to take a while, so I'm going to need to obviously mine out enough iron for the full beacon, which is going to take a long time. But once I get that, I can go insta mining, which is fantastic for gathering resources. But yeah, those are pretty much my immediate goals. In the long term, I've got big plans for what I'd like to do as a base. I'm not sure if anyone will know the film or not, but there is an animated film which I used to love as a kid called Laputa. I think the full title is Laputa Castle in the Sky, which gives you an idea of what I'm thinking of. Oh dear. Basically, it's going to be, as I say, a castle in the sky. Bear with me a second. I do not want to die again. There we go. Yeah, so I want it to be a very big build. I also want to place it over an ocean, preferably over an ocean monument, which would also allow me to build the guardian farm, which would be good. I'll try and put a few pictures up from the film to give you an idea of what it is I want to be building. But yeah, that's going to be my main plan. It's going to be quite a long-term goal. It's going to take a while to get everything. It's going to mean essentially creating an island from scratch somewhere. Obviously conquering the ocean monuments, everything like that. But that's the idea. I want to start it off with basically a huge central kind of garden area. And if you know the film, it's the kind of the whole of Laputa itself has been overgrown. It's unused. There's nobody there anymore, and everything's basically overgrown, and I really like that look. So you've got kind of like ruins that have kind of leaves hanging down from them, and all that kind of thing. I think it'll look really, really nice if I can if I can get it done the way I can see it in my head. We'll have to see about that. In the slightly nearer future, there has been talk with some of the members about possibly setting up a little village with a few of us and basically pooling some of the resources together, and that'll be a pretty nice thing to do. It'll be nice to spend a bit more time with some of the other members on the server. We've spoke a little bit to one of the other members last night about possibly doing a few videos together, which will be pretty cool. Oh, hang on. What have we here? My shiny blue friends. I'm not going to worry about fortune picks or anything for the time being. I'm just going to grab them. Unfortunately, those are probably, or two of those are probably going to have to go. One of the things I want to do, the other things I want to do this season is I want to take the survival aspect of Minecraft survival a bit more seriously. I mean, at the moment, if you die, yes, you'll possibly lose your stuff, but you can always go and get it back. I want there to be consequences for when I die, to give me an incentive to basically make sure I don't. So what I'm going to do, each time I die, I am going to sacrifice a diamond. Now, it may end up being more than one diamond at later on if I end up with quite a lot of diamonds, because one diamond won't mean much if I get to the same amount that I had at the end of last season, which by the end was just under 4.5 stacks of diamond blocks. So one diamond won't really touch that, so it needs to be meaningful. So I'll think about that more nearer the time, but as I have died twice already, I feel like I should put my money where my mouth is, so to speak. And yeah, so I really hate to do this, but there we go. First 2 diamonds done. I really hope that doesn't happen very often, because I could really have used those diamonds. But if I say I'm going to do something, I will do it, regardless of how bad that works out for me. And there goes some redstone as well. So yeah, those are my plans for the season. I'm going to see if I can explore any more of this cave. I'm going to have to get some more torches first, and then I will go and have a look in the residential zone, see where I want to set things up. Alright, it's a couple of days later. It's been a pretty rough couple of days. There's been a lot of migraines, not a lot of sleep, and I just haven't felt like recording. But I have spent a lot of time on the server still. I've got a lot more resources. I've got myself a little starter home set up, as you can kind of see here. I will take you through all of this next episode though, as it's getting a little bit late. The episode's getting a little bit long, and it's going to take a while to show you everything. But I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Hopefully this will be the first of many, and thank you for watching.